Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 21st weekly update. I need to sneeze, so I'm hoping that is going to happen. Wow, Cypher was here 10 minutes early? 10 doesn't have a time marker, but I'm pretty sure that it was at least 10 minutes early. All right, Cypher. You got it. You got what you wanted. We're going to shout out to you. We're going to say, we're going to do Cypher, 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 Cypher. Cypher, 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 Cypher. That was, I don't know how many, but it was a lot of Cypher shoutouts. And there's more where that came from. So thank you for your dedication. Kent, right on time. True that. Welcome, Kent. Good to have you on, brother. Hope you're doing well. For those of you who don't know, Kent Corin in the chat there is one of our ad bank advisors. Nico Sappinen. I like that. Cypher, so professional. What? Well, you didn't like my my shout out? I hope you didn't take that as sarcastic. You know, we love Cypher's dedication. 10 minutes early to the live stream. First to post. It's pretty legit. Rob, great summary, published on Medium. Yep. Very excited about that post. It's a little longer than what we normally do, but I guess it's 3 months of stuff jam-packed in there. We'll chat a little bit about it since it was just published, I think just over a half hour ago or so. Laszlo, big shout out to Laszlo. Thank you very much for your consistent dedication to the community and helping promote the word ad bank. I've been seeing a lot of your tweets and posts, just trying to get some action stirred in the community. That's really, really exciting. Tobe. I don't know if I should say Tob or Tobe. What is the origination of Tobe again? Where'd that come from? Shakir. Yeah, thank you for the summary. That took a little while, but it's nice to put everything out there and just see how much has been accomplished in that time. So it's great. Laszlo, bot? Who's the bot? Oh, bot. Tobe is bot backwards. Triple O base, triple O equals initials. Arvind, what are your views about the future in crypto in general? How do you think general adoption will start, as in first signs? Such a broad question. I don't really know how to answer that without going on a absolutely epic tangent. Short answer, I think general adoption has started, but it's very small still. Anthony, Crypto Ant, what are those black flags? That's very punk rock of you. Yeah, oh yeah, Cypher. Good call. Everybody share this post. I'm going to just get the stream out there, and then we'll get rolling. Unless anybody has already shared this. We are live. Boom. Let's get a little tweet action going on. All right. No, of course I remember that Shakir is Crypto Shocks. I have you on Facebook. This is your Facebook name, right? England flags. What? No, they're not showing up as England flags for me. They're black, like little black flags with green poles. Saw the post with the white wall on Facebook. What is that? Just read Cypher comments. Cool. So let's talk a little bit about Q2 review. What happened? What's going on next? You know, obviously Kelsey did a great live stream last week talking about PR media strategy going forward. If you didn't see it, it's definitely worth going to watch the recording of it, because it'll give you a good idea of kind of what we're doing, some of the efforts. We're actually going to do an official announcement on the signing of our PR company, if not tomorrow, early next week. Friday just tends to not be the greatest day for announcements. Okay, so some of the highlights in the last 3 months, I would really encourage you to go to the Medium blog, medium.com/adbank-blog, and you'll see the Q2 review, or you can go to Twitter, oh no, there was something wrong with the Facebook post. It kept deleting the link preview. You can go to Twitter, or you can go to Telegram, or if you're on our email list, which you should be, you would have got the email with it, a link to the full article. And some of the highlights in the last 3 months, you know, tech teams absolutely killed it. They have delivered everything either on time or ahead of schedule. The beta platforms delivering millions of impressions each month. The first ad network was acquired in, well, we made that announcement April 1, and the conversion is ahead of schedule. So when we say conversion, we mean they're using existing technology right now. That's a fully functional business. We don't want to disrupt that to a point that disrupts the flow of that business, we'll say. So we have to convert them to our technology in a way that feels seamless for the people that are actively using that ad network. So that conversion process is ahead of schedule, and that's really cool, because we didn't actually know how long that would take. And so at least the first step in that, which is our compatibility with third-party ad servers. The first one that we integrated with was Ad Butler, and in integrating with future ad servers, because some companies are using their own ad servers, and there's various different kind of combinations of tech used depending on the application. And so this is something that's really helpful for us to speed up the process of adopting our tech in the future, which is really, really great and key to healthy growth. Technical conversion, oh, this is what I just said. Lots of media coverage. Go look at the article itself. We'll talk a bit about, I'm going to scroll through it, and we'll just chat about a couple of things, but lots of great stuff from Forbes to Kelsey having an interview on the New York Stock Exchange for a show there. A little coverage and mentioned Cointelegraph and some other great stuff. YouTube influencers, you know, Crypto Lark, obviously we know that. Just came out the other day. 7 conferences we went to, spoke at almost all of them. We brought on 4 new team members, a high-profile advisor, Kirsten Stewart, sorry, who was the former VP of media at Twitter, and she was employee number 1 there in Canada. AdBank became a founding member of the IAB Blockchain Committee, so that's in development right now. IAB is the Interactive Advertising Bureau. It's a global organization that essentially represents the various stakeholders in the advertising space, in the advertising ecosystem, so publishers, advertisers, ad tech companies, etc. And so that's really exciting. We got a great quote from the president of IAB Canada about how they're excited to kick that off with us. And so we're really, really honored to be a part of that. 2 community giveaways. So we did one airdrop with Cool Cousin. We did a huge contest with How Do. Gave away over $100,000 in tokens. That's pretty awesome. 14 ICOs and publishers boarded to intergalactic ads in the first month, which is really exciting. That is a super cool, super fun project, and has really actually been helped out a lot by people in the community. Christian, you guys know him in the chat. Laszlo, the usual suspects. There's a lot of people who've been Crypto Shocks, been referring different people to the ad network. A couple of our publishers actually came from community members who started that dialogue, and advertisers as well. So that's really cool. Our primary goal continues to be driving liquidity through true utility, and so we're going to continue to leverage our acquired and launched ad network on the back of AdBank Tech to make that happen. And yeah, so let me just jump back over to the chat real quick here. Shy, black flags, that's a bad omen. Well, hopefully not for England. That'd be terrible. Rob, Angelo, has the team considered any token supply reduction strategies such as periodic burns as the business grows and generates cash flow? So we were very particular in the choice of 1 billion tokens and have no plans to do a burn, simply because that is an ideal number for an advertising-based ecosystem. And if you want to kind of think of why, we want to avoid a situation where one advertiser or the smallest divisible number of a token is greater than the cheapest price for one ad impression. Hopefully that makes sense. So 1 billion tokens is a good sweet spot for that. And to be frank, there is no real business, in my opinion, no real business function of a coin burn. It's more of a marketing hype strategy. When Binance, big bro. Only asking because the total supply will be $1 billion, which is a huge amount. It really isn't, though. It's not. It's supply is just what it needs to be. People get really obsessed with low supply coins just because the price goes. I shouldn't be talking about price. So, anyways, I'll let you kind of fill in the blanks there. But low supply coins are really fashionable, we'll say. But really, at the end of the day, it's not a metric that is meaningful in comparison to others. So apologize if that's a little cryptic. Okay, so let's jump back to this Q2 review. So I'm going to fly through it because I don't want to double up too much on the reading experience, because it's good to take in the actual article, because there's different videos embedded in there, some graphics, screenshots, other links to check out the official announcements that are being referred to. There's a few great partnerships that came out of the second quarter of the year. IAB being a real highlight for us. We're really proud of, and so we're a member, but we are a founding member of the blockchain committee, which is a very new thing for them that they're extremely excited about. The IAB. We're talking prominent members include basically all the biggest players in the world, really. Yeah, I was going to say in this space, but really, we're talking Google, Facebook, Amazon, McDonald's, L'Oreal. They're all IAB members and participate in the dialogue regularly. So, being part of the blockchain committee will give us greater opportunity to be at the forefront of the discussion with the biggest players in the advertising ecosystem. And it's very, very exciting to think what could come of that. They're looking forward to doing workshops with us, So, you know, that's a great effort that's just even in our own backyard can accomplish so much. Um, Veracity was a really cool partnership. We partnered with them because they have a video sharing platform that's got a blockchain component that's focused on their proof of view technology. So, you know, we're really committed to fake traffic, fake clicks. Um, Veracity is really committed to fake video views and tackling that problem, which is massive. You know, there's a stat that I'll often tell people, which is about $3 to $5 million a day is made by one small group of Russian hackers that are faking video views. You know, $3 to $5 million a day, U.S. Just one group. So it's a massive, massive problem, and we partnered with them to look into how we can have a situation where advertisers can use ad bank portals to advertise and push those ads onto videos on the Veracity platform. So, you know, obviously we're a ways away from that being implemented, but video is so important. So we want to be a part of that, and Veracity has done a really great job. Their players super slick. They have just a great brand, and I think they're going to do really well. So Howdo, you guys know about Howdo, obviously, you know, amazing. They gave away $65,000 worth of their UDO tokens to the ad bank community. You know, we saw a 20% lift in social media numbers in a week, or it was just over a week, I think, and that was pretty exciting. So Howdo is a pretty cool platform because they're also very committed to making a more fair ecosystem for content creators, but in the context of like a social media messaging platform. And I know the founder, David, personally, awesome guy. I'm an advisor for the project. Very, very cool. You know, there's a lot of issues with existing social networks, you know, the big one being the privacy issue, the monetization of that data, the safety of that data. It's, you know, with the Cambridge Analytica scandal, I think there is more of an opportunity for a platform to emerge that is trustworthy than ever before. You know, building a new social platform is definitely no small task, but I think when you're putting the incentives in the right place, that's an amazing, amazing start. So Cool Cousin was another one, Israel-based startup. They are, you know, raved about by New York Times, you know, USA Today, National Geographic, TechCrunch. So they're a strategic partner that we are working with. Kelsey Cole is actually an advisor for them. They airdropped a bunch of Cuz tokens to the admin community after the ICO ended, so that wasn't too shabby at all. You know, we've got several different partners that have emerged from the creation of the Intergalactic Ads Network in the form of advertisers and publishers. So we're very proud about that. That's been a great project, and we've had a lot of progress on that in a really short period of time. You know, I won't dive too deeply into the rest because at that point I'll just be like fully regurgitating what is in the article. But you'll get a good view of kind of what has happened, where we're going, and you know, at the bottom of the article we talk a little bit about what's next. And really, when we think about what's next, the release of our anti-fraud AI, AdBank 1.0, they're right around the corner. So we're going to actively be pursuing major brands to test the AdBank tech so they can witness how it can dramatically improve results in their business. So next 2 quarters are going to be extremely action-packed for AdBank. There are some really important tech milestones, some great marketing initiatives that are aimed at getting you know, a wider reach of awareness for AdBank. You know, that's kind of where the PR agency comes in and some other stuff that's in the pipeline. So again, totally encourage you guys to watch the video with Kelsey from last week. It's at the bottom of this article. And so if for those of you who are recently just tuning in, we're talking about the AdBank Q2 review. So we talked about what's happened in the last 3 months, and just a little bit about what's coming up next, and referenced a great video that Kelsey did last week for the live stream, and that's pretty much it. So let's jump back into the chat. Are the ADB tokens being used in the beta and or intergalactic ads? Yes, absolutely. All advertisers are using ADB tokens to pay for ads, and the publishers are getting paid in tokens. Shy, coin burn. I can't argue with that simply because I can't discuss things of that nature, but I will say it's debatable. But I can't really go down that rabbit hole, so I'll just let you stew on that one, Shy. Arvind, what happens after your reserve money runs out in a couple years and ETH price is still low? Dude, if you're that disgruntled and bearish on the crypto market, I don't know what you're even doing here, brother. Are impressions the best way to, and let me just actually address that seriously. We are managing funds so that we have sufficient burn rate in a multitude of scenarios. So, we're confident that we're looking good for the time period that we need. And John can speak to that a little better than I can because he's the spreadsheet master. Tobe, are impressions the best way to measure how successful the crypto ad platform or the main ad platform is performing? Ultimately, well, success is kind of in the eye of the beholder, right? So if it's a publisher, success is driving more impressions that they're getting paid for. If it's for an advertiser, it's getting as many results for as little as possible. For us, it's kind of a bit of a mixture in the sense that we need them both to be happy. So it's one way to measure the success of the crypto platform, ad platform. When we're talking about like success for advertisers, there are situations where we'll have to let certain publishers go because they're not performing well enough. And if we can't get them to a pricing that's more appropriate for the performance of their traffic, then it's not a sufficiently good deal for our advertisers. We definitely need to make sure that they're getting results. One of the key value adds that intergalactic ads gives, because it is a smaller network, is that it's extremely targeted traffic. The crypto ad networks that exist out there, there's only a couple that have a pretty good size amount of inventory that's high, like super high quality. There's a lot of websites that are like very, very poor quality, questionably authentic traffic. You can see CPMs go down to, under $1 level with some networks. But when you start looking under the hood, you realize that it's pretty crap traffic. And, sometimes getting more traffic is meaningless because that traffic isn't converting. So I'll give you an example. Like I wrote an article one time when I was managing my first agency, and it got on the first page of the technology subreddit, and our website traffic like completely exploded. It was bananas. And it was an article about is Facebook organic reach dead? And it was the craziest amount of traffic we had ever seen. Like we had more traffic than we would see in a month in like an hour. And it lasted for a very brief period of time, but we got no clients out of it, like not even one, not even a call. So it was kind of like, it was really cool and it was exciting and it was a rush, but at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. So we definitely are very committed to working with advertisers to ensure that they're getting good results, because we don't want to be a just like, you know, casting a wide net with our ad network. We want it to be super targeted, because crypto is a valuable audience to reach. You know, it's not cheap because there's a lot of competition, and there frankly is not a lot of places to advertise. You know, when you actually consider quality places to advertise, and they're the more quality they are, the website is, the less available inventory there is. You know, whether it's that it's booked out over, you know, further period of time ahead, or they just like they don't have sufficient traffic to even deliver for. I lost my train of thought there, but anyways, impressions can be one aspect of a good way to measure success of the crypto platform. Laszlo, I saw that the Veracity mobile apps for iOS and Android is downloadable. That's really cool. I don't have my phone here, but I'm definitely going to check that out. Big Bro, Tata2 will be a partner. Well, Tata2 is an advertiser right now, so that's all that we can speak to right now. It is a great project. Yeah, pretty crazy how much they raised, and they've got some like really valuable IP. Tata2, they own the rights to like Donnie Darko and some other really cool movies. Tobe, oh, it's a preview app. That's still cool. Romano, may have been covered, but when will we see the updated website, and we'll have a page where publishers are listed? Updated website. Website is such a hard thing to estimate, because every time somebody estimates the time a website's going to take to complete, it never takes that little time. It's always more time. So we don't really have an ETA right now. I wouldn't feel comfortable about giving an ETA until like the copy has been integrated into the design, which has been put into the website, and we're just like at the point where we're moving things around. That's like when I finally am comfortable with giving an ETA on a website, because I don't think I've ever given an accurate ETA. And we'll have a page where publishers are listed, probably not on the AdBank website, but it will on the networks that, like Intergalactic Ads, for example, will list publishers that are on Intergalactic Ads. And you know, eSig already does that. They already list who they advertise with. So we probably, yeah, I don't think I remember that being in the site plan for the AdBank website. But we are going to add a partnership section for sure. 100%. Arvin, you got banned on the AdBank Telegram, not able to contact admins. Huh. What's your username? I'm curious what you did to get banned. Let's see. Yeah, and for sure, I definitely want to. I want to get a partnership section on our website, and like stuff like events and media, and etc. Our current website is not easily modified because it's heavily customized. So it's we've kind of been waiting to do the full redesign, because the redesign is going to be pretty drastic in its change. It's going to be totally different, multi-page rather than the one scroller style. What do you call that? One page scroll. Shy, when can we expect to see some press via the PR company? You know, I can't answer that. If you can get the press to tell us any of that ever, I'd be really, really impressed. I'd be impressed. I don't see you in here, Arvind. Like, I don't see you banned, or at least that username. So until I have a functional username, I can't help you, my friend. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, folks. In the interest of keeping this brief and not, making this unwatchable in the replay, I'm going to sign off. Make sure that you go to AdBank or the AdBank Medium. So that's medium.com/AdBank-blog. Check that out and see what's happened in the last 3 months. Get a feel for what's going to happen in the coming months. And if you haven't already, watch last week's update with Kelsey, where she talks about the PR strategy, the media strategy, and how we're going to be mobilizing that PR company. So with that, I will bid you all adieu. Enjoy yourselves. Try not to get sunburnt. Remember your sunscreen. Remember to stay hydrated. It's hot out there. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.